Alright, hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Collector's Domain. And today I'm going to be bringing to you guys a review of something that we've been waiting for a very long time. A combiner made up of deluxe class toys, and it is Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. This review is going to be focusing on each individual robot, so it's going to be Vortex this round. Fall of Cybertron. Let's take a look at his packaging first, and I gotta tell you guys right off the bat that this guy is super cheap. I'm not looking forward to opening up the others, but we shall see. So here, take a look at the package. The package is very cool. Kind of has a G1 vibe, if you ask me, because it's got the grid-like patterns, bunch of colors, and don't know. This gives off a very different vibe. Definitely different than Wave 1. This is Wave 2, I suppose. There we go. He comes packaged in robot mode, and as you can see here, I have him in vehicle mode because I played with him for a bit, and I figured if he's already in robot mode, let's do it the other way around, because, you know, going from vehicle to robot's a lot cooler. Here's Decepticon Brawl, Swindle, part 4 or 5. So that's the nice part. They tell you what part it is, so in case you don't really know what you're doing, you can just go by the parts and see which ones you're missing instead of by name. Build Giant Robot, Decepticon Bruticus, so he's cool. Part 3 of 5, Decepticon Bruticus. On the back, here's his bio. Pause that if you want. Look at that. I like the colors on him, pretty cool. Reminds me of G2. Here's his Spec Ops, which is pretty cool, different than what we've been getting. See, again, that's more like G1. There he is. And that's it, yeah. So, moving on from the package, let's check out the instruction sheet. He comes with a giant instruction sheet. The thing is huge, mostly because he's got to put both modes on one side of the page. Up here is from robot to vehicle, and then vehicle to robot. On the other side, he's got from robot to arm. That's cool. And then you can see he's there, and then they make the Vortex, the Sonic Cannon. All the different weapons from each of the figures are going to make this weapon. Sonic Cannon, so that'll be cool. I gotta say, this thing, okay, so we're done with it. That's the final product. Now I gotta say, this thing is garbage. I'm not happy with it. Now you could tell from looking at the pictures that it did look like a cheap figure, and now that I have it in hand, it most certainly is. This thing feels like you could buy it off a dollar store. Look at this. Even the propeller, it's supposed to spin, but because it's so cheaply done, there's no bearings or kind of weights on it or metal. It's all plastic, and so there's so much friction, and it only goes a couple revolutions before it just stops abruptly. He's got a big Decepticon logo on the side right there. These like two blades that you could put onto the side reminds me much of the RID figures weapons, and I gotta say the RID line is way better than this. No, well, you know, yeah, the RID line. You could just hear this is cheap plastic. This thing is disgusting. I bet Hasbro is gonna say they needed to do it so that, you know, it'd be more cost effective, or it helps support that Bruticus could help support it easier. You know, if it was more regular, it would have been too heavy for the joints or something, blah blah blah. But we know that's all just BS. Here on the other side, you could hear the joints, so that's good. It's got ratchet. That's the only good part. The tights, it's gonna have tight joints. Gotta say though, the design is pretty ugly on this thing. Look at that. That's the front of the cockpit. There it is from the top view. It's very ugly. And then on the bottom side, not much robot cable. That's nice. But it's a very short little plane, and it's very ugly design, I gotta say. And I just feel like I'm gonna break this thing every time I transform it or move something. It just feels like it's gonna break it. So let's see. There's no stickers on it. The paint, there's a couple paint. You got purple, red, yellow, and black. That's about it. I'm not even sure if much of it is paint. A lot of it is just molded plastic. The yellow is painted. The black up here on the canopy cockpit area is glossy paint or something. That might actually be a sticker. I'm not sure. Yeah, very hollow feeling figure. Not so underwhelmed with this thing. So let's get it transformed into robot mode, which is a little bit better. So let's see. I'm not too sure. This will only be my second time transforming it. So the first thing we're going to do is take the blades, and I thought I was going to break it, but you're not. But one word of advice is hold it at the base, closest to the propeller on the inside, to the rotor, as possible, because it's really tight. You just squeeze them together, because it comes like this, but you're supposed to just rip it and pry it apart, and it feels like you're going to snap them. So just hold it as close as possible to the base, and just work at it. Just see, like, I can't even get it open anymore. Just it's just so hard, so much friction. I'm just waiting for these stress marks to come in. So yeah, I gotta say, if you really want this thing, you might have to buy more than one. Just because you might risk breaking it. So yeah, just close up the propellers. Second thing, lift up the canopy. It's connected onto these two tabs right here on either side that also look like they're gonna break, because you're supposed to slide the canopy on top of it like that, and then down. And it clips in, but you know, it's just so cheap it feels like it's gonna break. Then split it apart and put the gun from the plane mode into this side, swivel down the legs, and then rotate. Oh no, maybe not rotate. Yeah, and then fold in these two sides. See, this is also another super tight part with cheap plastic. So pissed with this figure. Oh my god. He's got ratcheted joints, but made out of cheap plastic again, so they're barely there. Then the arms, you split the canopy up from there. It was like in there. Everything hooks onto each other, not even peg or, you know, clip. It's just hook on hook. So you pull this part, the tail part, back down. Let's get this camera a little higher, actually. Here's my trusty stand. Okay, so what do we want to do now? I guess the arms, right? So you want to take the whole bottom of the propeller, swing it off to the side, and then the arms are, guess what, hooked together. So you got to figure out which one's the hook and which one is the receiving end. And yeah, there you go. Pull them apart. Now they're just unbend everything. And then you see these parts, the shoulders, you just bring them up, readjust the arms. They don't really clip, more friction again. Yeah, put this propeller thing off to the side, straighten out the arm. He's got awkward chicken arms. Look at that. What's this? I don't know what that is. It actually looks like it opens up like a panel or something, maybe for Bruticus, I don't know. Just rotate at the biceps, straighten that out, straighten down, rotate at the biceps, bend forward, and oh, there's his cheap looking arms. Right now you want to rotate the waist 180, and then in the tail fin you want to pull down the head, and again, like a friction clip, you could hear it like that. Swivel the head up and around, damn, up and around, and there you have his head. Very ugly head, I gotta say. There's a couple paint, there's yellow paint and red paint on purple plastic, so blah, whatever. This figure is so underwhelming, totally not recommended. I was on the fence with him, and my friend picked up the whole set, and he told me it was cool, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn you, it's not. So here he is in robot mode. This is Vortex. This thing doesn't go anywhere, so it's just hanging off to the side. Giant piece of plastic just hanging off. Lame. The fists. Seriously, this is like a $1 toy. I'm so pissed I paid $15 for this. Hands are painted black. There's nothing much going on. He's got a ball joint neck, a little bit hindered by these two side things on his neck. Can't move him out of the way. He's got waist articulation. He bends at the knee. Got ratchet joints. They're barely there. Bends again at the bottom of the knee. The canopy part, but it looks weird because it just separates his knee completely. He swivels at the thigh. Ball jointed shoulders. Bends at the elbow and rotates at the bicep. Yeah. This is it. It's utter crap. Bring this down. He looks alright, I guess. I mean, just because of his colors. He's got this weird pose with his feet. They're like spread out, like his legs are broken. I don't know. Now his weapons, two blades. You could hold them as a gun, sideways like this, or you could hold it as a sword like that. Now they don't really combine, that I could figure out. So you can just plug them into his hands. This one looks better as a gun because it lines up against his blades. Sort of like that. Horrible, horrible toy, gotta say. Don't know if I'm the only one on this, but let me know what you guys think. I really hate this thing. But I'm probably going to pick it up anyway, because I'm a tool like that. Yup, you heard me. Just because I really desperately want a Bruticus. I don't have the G1 or the RID one, but yeah, this is what we're going to get. You can see it's an arm. It's going to be a decent size, that's for sure. That's the cool part. But is it worth 15, 16 bucks? Definitely not. I'm so upset with this. But yeah, it's he'll make a nice display. I mean, just like this, he's okay. As a toy, not so much. Alright. I don't think I missed much of anything else. Well, here's the backside, right? So it's neat, as in not cool, as in clean. Very hollow, very, very hollow. Very loose. Overall, give it a crap. Stands well on his own, but whatever. You know what? I'll get back with the other parts, alright guys? I'll show you off the other guys, and I'll show you off Bruticus when I get the others. Take care, guys, and peace out. If you like what you see, like and subscribe.